It has been one of resilience and determination. Our government is committed to transforming Jammu and Kashmir into a modern, progressive and economically vibrant region. Our government endeavours to frame a roadmap to reclaim the prudence, sagacity and self-confidence which have been the cornerstones of our identity for generations. Our challenges are vast and our limitations are many, but we must collectively pledge to confront these challenges head-on with unwavering resolve. I have endeavoured to prepare this maiden budget as a true reflection of the dreams of our people, the needs of our future generations and the aspirations of every citizen of Jammu and Kashmir. I once again express my gratitude to the people of J&K for their enthusiastic and confident participation in the recent assembly elections. The unprecedented voter turnout is a clear testament to their unwavering resolve to move beyond the shadows of past turmoil and actively contribute to the journey of development and progress. By granting us a strong mandate, they have entrusted us with the responsibility to serve them. Today, they look to the government with renewed hope and expectations for an environment that fosters political empowerment, meaningful employment, sustainable development, social inclusivity, and robust economic growth. I assure them that we will serve them with sincerity and fulfill their aspirations for a prosperous and thriving Jammu and Kashmir. The restoration of full statehood is a deeply cherished aspiration of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and our government remains resolute in working towards its fulfillment. My government is committed to strengthening grassroots democracy by empowering Panchayati Raj institutions and urban local bodies, which play a crucial role in local governance and development. Our government is committed to holding elections to these bodies, reinforcing our commitment to accountable, inclusive and decentralized governance for the holistic development of Jammu and Kashmir. This budget emphasizes inclusive growth, fiscal prudence and strategic investments in infrastructure, agriculture, industry, healthcare, education and digital governance. We are focused on bridging regional disparities, empowering youth and women, and fostering a business-friendly environment to attract investments and innovation to ensure this budget truly reflects the aspirations of our people. We engaged with elected representatives, industry leaders, and key stakeholders, incorporating their insights to create a people-centric roadmap for a better quality of life for all. We have also set new standards of engagement with and feedback from people's representatives by directly engaging with each member of this august House in the budget consultation process. Jammu and Kashmir is at the threshold of a new era of peace and prosperity, with a semblance of normalcy returning after over 3.5 decades of turmoil. This improved environment is contributing to economic progress, with J&K's economy expanding from 1,64,103 crores in 2019-20 to 2,45,22 crores in 23-24. In 24-25, the primary, secondary and tertiary sectors are projected to contribute 20, 18 and 61.7% to GSVA respectively. It is a testament to the strong foundations laid by the leadership of J&K that despite its geographical challenges and multi-decade turmoil, the social economic indicators continue to remain robust. I am confident that J&K will emerge as a leading region in development, playing a vital role in our vision of a developed India by 2047. Because of our historical challenges of high committed expenditures and limited revenue streams, Jammu and Kashmir has been facing consistent fiscal stress. Own tax and non-tax revenues cover only 30% of revenue receipts and 25% of budgetary needs. An unfavorable geographical location and years of unrest have hindered industrialization, straining resources and deepening constraints. This has been compounded by the fact that circumstances have not allowed us to fully harness the sectors in which we have the potential. As a result, J&K remains heavily reliant on central grants and often requires ways and means advances and overdrafts to manage liquidity. Over the past months, we have made significant strides in expanding revenue, curbing non-priority spending, and enhancing fiscal transparency. GST compliance has improved through vigorous monitoring and dealer expansion. To further strengthen revenue realization, we will continue implementing GST tracking for capital works and risk-based e-way bill verifications. Additionally, red flag cases will be closely scrutinized using inputs from the Business Intelligence Unit and GST network to prevent leakages and ensure a more robust tax administration. The government has successfully introduced e-stamping for registration and launched e-Abhigari platform for the excise sector, ensuring greater transparency in excise auctions. With robust improvements in billing, metering and digitization, non-tax revenue has risen to 5,824 crores as of January 31st, 2025, while tax revenue has reached 11,650 crores, both set to exceed last year's collections. Moving forward, we will continue to build on these initiatives to further enhance revenue generation and fiscal management. The government's fiscal stress stems from high committed expenditures. Over 70% of total spending, with salaries and pensions alone accounting for nearly 60% of revenue expenditure. Additionally, high AT&C losses and power sector under-recoveries further strain finances. We are reforming metering, billing and collection to strengthen the power sector. Under-recovery has dropped from 6,552 crores in 22-23 to 5,244 crores in 23-24, with a target of 4,200 crores in 24-25. Expanding the consumer base, smart meters, online billing, and aerial bunched cables are driving this turnaround. High AT&C losses resulted in huge outstanding liabilities for power purchase, for which 28,000 crores were borrowed in the last few years, raising public debt from 48% of GSDP in financial year 15-16 to 52% in 23-24. To mitigate this, we are reducing high-cost debt, optimizing liabilities, and calibrating the repayment schedules for long-term fiscal stability. To tackle fiscal challenges, we are curbing non-priority spending saving through austerity measures in place. Aadhaar seeding and biometric verification are streamlining welfare databases in the food supply and social security sectors. To enhance fiscal transparency, all development expenditures are available on the Empowerment Jan Bhagidari portal for public scrutiny. Additionally, independent officers are systematically verifying projects, ensuring timely completion and quality execution. We are strengthening debt sustainability by keeping all borrowings within approved limits and pursuing fair apportionment of J&K's erstwhile public debt between the successor UTs. We have also started contributing to RBI's contingency funds, CSF, for debt repayment during stress and GRF for sudden financial obligations. Taking advantage of the favorable business and banking cycle, J&K Bank has continued its reform journey, strengthening capital adequacy, corporate governance and professional management. These efforts have revitalized its financial health, with operating profit expected to rise to 2,100 crores this year from 1,760 crores last year. We have introduced a key reform in pension management to address delays in account reconciliation and mounting reimbursement dues. J&K government now ensures timely pension reimbursements to J&K Bank with zero dues from July 2024. These reforms will continue to drive efficiency and transparency in pension management. We are strengthening fiscal discipline by curbing the reliance on hundis and overdrafts. Improved liquidity management has significantly reduced the government's need for ways and means advances or overdrafts. This budget lays the foundation for a fiscally prudent development path. Given the favorable fund-sharing pattern of centrally sponsored schemes, we are making full use of the opportunity through faster execution, timely submission of UCs, and proactive engagement with central ministries. As a result, CSS receipts have risen sharply from 5,997 crores in 22-23 to 10,324 crores in 23-24, and we aim to sustain this momentum. Additionally, we are enhancing the efficiency of development spending and promoting private sector participation to complement government finances and accelerate J&K's growth trajectory. Jammu and Kashmir continues to face significant infrastructure deficits in areas like road connectivity, water supply, sewage, tourism, and power. Addressing these challenges requires substantial financial resources and continued support from the central government. This year, we actively engaged with the central government, resulting in the formation of an expert committee to resolve financial issues. I met with the Honorable Prime Minister, Union Home Minister, and Union Finance Minister on multiple occasions. I am pleased to share that our efforts have paid off. The central government has approved special assistance for J&K and will support fiscal reforms to enhance revenue and expenditure management. The budget for J&K Police, which was around 11% of our allocation, has been migrated to the MHA budget from 24-25 onward. In addition to this, J&K will receive an extra 5,000 crores in grants from 24-25 and 25-26. I sincerely thank the Honorable Prime Minister, Union Home Minister and Union Finance Minister for their unwavering support in strengthening J&K's fiscal health and realizing its vision for growth and prosperity. Due to our fiscal reforms and central assistance, the fiscal deficit will be reduced, bringing us closer to our FRBM target. Jammu and Kashmir's economy is projected to grow at 7.5% in 24-25, with an estimated GSDP growth of 9.5% in 25-26. This momentum will be driven by strategic policy measures, infrastructure development, and business-friendly initiatives. Good governance is key to a prosperous and inclusive future. Prioritizing transparency, accountability, and citizen participation, we are empowering local communities and ensuring equitable resource distribution. Digital governance, streamlined public services, and socio-economic initiatives are strengthening public trust and accelerating development. To ensure prompt and transparent public service delivery, the Jammu and Kashmir Public Service Guarantee Act was enacted by our government in 2011. Today, J&K leads in digital governance with 1,166 online services on the e-Unnat portal and over 500 e-services integrated into the rapid assessment system. 387 services are under PSJA, GA, and 104 services linked to the DigiLocker for secure and accessible documentation. Our government is committed to transparent and efficient grievance redressal through the J&K Samadhan and Rabita platforms in collaboration with BIS-AGN. These initiatives provide auto-routing of grievances, multilingual support, mobile app access, an appeal system, real-time tracking, and feedback analysis. A toll-free call center, 1905, ensures accessibility for all citizens. The Rabita initiative allows direct public grievance registration through the Chief Minister's Public Services and Outreach Office, ensuring swift resolution. These efforts strengthen citizen engagement and governance transparency, ensuring every voice in Jammu and Kashmir is heard. Jammu and Kashmir ranks high in the SDG Index 23-24. To further improve our SDG ranking, our government will strengthen data-driven monitoring, improve resource allocation, and implement evidence-based policies. We are committed to aligning the budget with SDGs and advancing outcome-based budget and monitoring. Our government is committed to fully implementing direct benefit transfer to eliminate leakages and ensure 100% Aadhaar seeding for timely fund transfers. To address delays in old age, widow and disability pensions, we are transitioning to an Aadhaar-based payment system in phases, ensuring efficiency and transparency in welfare distribution. Agriculture and allied sectors are crucial for the livelihoods of most of our population.